ready in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Where my mom's at? Where my mom's wearing thongs, hitting bongs at? Raising kids, cleaning shits, need a long nap. Where my mom's at?
Where my mom's at podcast with Christina P.
Hello, moms. Thanks for being here. Guess what? I'm going back to my motherland, Canada, where I was born. I'm doing Toronto and Winnipeg. One night each. Tickets are for sale at ChristinaPOnline.com. Get them now because that's just going to go. And then Comedy Mothership downtown in Denver, Colorado, September 14th, 15th, and 16th. For now, this is all I have. And as advised, you can see me with Adam Eget. Yeah!
Oh, the queen of the dialects.
Yeah, thank you. They're very good.
Keinen Sie Englisch?
Did you study German?
No, that's literally all I know how to say. And schnell and Achtung
Achtung.
and Juden.
Juden. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's what you are.
Yeah.
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 Do you know that word too?
Yeah.
Anyway, Adam Eget, you are part of probably the coolest thing that's happened in comedy in, I don't know, a fucking million years.
Yeah, so lucky.
The Mothership.
The Mothership.
You are like the founding whatever circle. You know what I mean? Like you've been in Austin, I'm saying, like, and you book it and you take care of it.
Yeah.
And I've known you for a million years before at the Comedy Store in LA, and we've all migrated here. And yeah, it's funny because I have these relationships with people like Ian Edwards was just in, and I've known you guys in the dark for like 20 years. But then there's things I don't know about you, like just basic.
Yeah. I guess that's true, but you know a lot about me.
I do, yeah. You and I spend more time chatting about life stuff.
Yeah, you're one of the few people I genuinely look forward to seeing.
I love you. How insane is it to work with stand-up comics?
It's fucking wild. I mean, I'm insane, so I feel like like kindred spirits kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I have a huge void to fill too, I guess. So I can relate to a lot of, but it is, there's a lot of fucking nut jobs, you know?
What's, if you can share a story, you don't have to say who.
Okay.
Is there like a particular story that sticks out in your mind dealing with the stand-up? Because you book them. So people don't know, like Adam is like, what was your title at the store? Like manager?
Yeah. I want to say valet. No, it was talent coordinator.
I don't ever know what these titles mean. But
I don't. It took me like 3 years to be like, oh, right, okay. Talent. That's what they said. I was like, I'm just the booker.
But it's also laden with like, it's a heavy thing because you've got these young comics who are just dying to get up at the store or now at the Mothership. And you're this gatekeeper and you have to be like, watch your set. And what if they're terrible? How do you like navigate?
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Most of them are. No.
How do you deal? Because you have to dash people's dreams.
I don't want to. I hate it. I feel like I've been very fortunate to be put in this position. I really didn't want the job, like, because I knew what it was going to be like. Because I was friends with most of these people beforehand, and I knew it was going to be a nightmare. And I hate saying no, and I hate people. I hate the thought of someone not liking me for any reason, and I'm working on it. But it does suck.
Normal.
It's normal. But like, I knew that it was going to put a strain on a lot of relationships, and I knew that it was going to be so difficult for me to have to tell people no, or that I don't have the spots, you know? I mean, a lot of the time it was just a math equation. There's so many comics and people that want to do get stage time, and there's only so many spots available. So they offered it to me a bunch of times, and I kept turning it down because I knew it just was going to be a fucking nightmare. But it was the best decision I ever made, and thank God I did it.
Yeah, so you learned how to say no, which is really fucking hard, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I always look at the end of the day. It is pretty honest that there are so many spots available, and that there's a reason why I can't give people spots. But when a lot of comics are very persistent, you know, and that's great. It's a good quality.
You mean psychotically
yeah, psychotically so.
Right, which so
relentless.
Relentless is a better term.
Yeah.
Which you have to be in order to succeed in stand-up.
Yes.
So, but you're on the receiving end of that.
Yeah, and
that's gotta be
sadly,
rough,
it just works out this way that the most relentless are usually the least funny. So
Oh my God,
eventually,
that's so fucking true.
it really is true.
Because if you're spending more time trying to get booked versus actually getting good at your craft, like
Exactly.
the math just kind of adds up on that column, you know?
And that's the best advice that someone gave. I can't remember who gave me the advice, but it always stuck with me. And that's the advice I give. Just be undeniable.
Yes.
And most of the people, I'm like, when you get past here or whatever, or you're going to get spots, you're not even going to care about it because you're already undeniable and you've gotten everything. You've received all of the accolades and all of the spots and your book. And, you know, it's like, if you're undeniable, you're a hot commodity
100%.
and people want to book you.
100%.
And then the really desperate, relentless ones. And so eventually, it's only happened a few times where they're so relentless and then they're not taking no for an answer. They're not reading between the lines. And I try to be as delicate as possible because who the fuck am I to say like someone's not like?
Yeah,
I know
you
it's just
know.
one person's opinion. It's just
Yeah.
one. I'm just some lucky guy that got the gig.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day, yeah, there's been a few times that it's been really
Let's
difficult.
hear it. Come on. I gotta know.
Just people like cornering me, like, you know, on the street or whatever, be like, or just calling like, hey, you know, why won't you pass me? And then eventually, like, if it's so many fucking times, then I have to be like, I don't think you're funny. And I hate like it's fucking
it's
the
so
word.
hard,
But
yeah.
trust me, it took so long to get to that.
Yeah.
And it's only happened like 2 or 3 times when I've actually had to say that.
And I'll tell you something though, but for you to say that, I believe it, that objectively that person probably either, look, comedy is one of those weird things where you're either born with an inherent sense of timing.
Yeah.
Timing cannot be taught.
No.
It can be perfected, but either you got it or you don't.
Right.
So that's number one. And yeah, no timing, no dice. And then like maybe you just haven't put in the hours. Let's say you do have timing, or maybe your POV is garbage, hack.
Yeah. Yes.
And like
That's majority of it was that.
like what's the
Like
oh,
no
you can't say the
originality.
actual drink. Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you the worst that I ever so I bring an opener now because I can, because for so many years like they would book just the worst openers. Fort Lauderdale. And I was headlining that show as a newer headliner, and they brought in a guy to open for me who the whole half hour was like, ladies, you gotta suck a dick. Yo, that's why they call it a blow job. You gotta suck that dick. And I was like, and like, of course he was crushing. Because it's Fort Lauderdale.
Is that Brian Regan?
No.
Oh.
It's Ron White. It's his early work.
okay.
Yeah. And I just was like, fucking hell, dude. And it like, you know, he crushed. And then here's like the female comic after a guy who talked about ladies having to suck dicks for a half hour. And I was like, dude, you know, but that guy, like, I don't see his name on too many calendars.
I'll book him now. I'll book him today. We need to need to beam him up to the mothership immediately.
Ladies, could you imagine Austin like?
No, it was. There's one guy. Yeah, he was so relentless, and he just kept cornering me. And I already knew. I was very familiar with his act, and so I was just super delicate. Didn't want to hurt his feelings. And again, who the fuck am I? I'm just one person. I don't
Very
feel
familiar.
like yeah.
Very
But like,
familiar.
yeah, he's like, you don't understand. Like, and he would say things like, you don't understand. I was on Comics Unleashed, and I'm like, honestly. And then finally, at that point, I just lost it. I was like, in the future, if you ever go to a booker, don't ever use that as like, put that on your resume.
For those of you who don't know, Comics Unleashed Was it Byron Allen?
Oh, yeah.
And God bless Byron Allen. Like, sweet guy. I remember he did a lot of press junkets. Like, he's a very professional.
Very hardworking.
Very good host. Yeah.
Brilliant.
And so what they would do is take 4 comedians and then he sits in the middle and then they would prep the fuck out of you and be like, here's what we're going to talk about. And then you would have to act as though you were just spontaneously in the moment coming up with that material.
Norm had the funniest story he would tell me about. Yeah,
he's the best.
Yeah, my dead best friend.
Yeah.
So he had. He died.
Yeah.
He died.
I can't believe Norm's dead.
Yeah, I know. But he had the funniest fucking story he would tell me about when he did Comics Unleashed, and he would always be like, just the way he was such a great storyteller. He was my favorite comic of all time since I was in high school or whatever. But he had this great story, and it's just like you said. It's like he's like, by the way, they call it. And this is his word. He's like, by the way, they call it Comics Unleashed. The comics couldn't be more leashed. He's like, so Byron Allen sets it up, and he's like, now you talk to the pre-interview people. They're like, I'm gonna do my cat bit, and then Byron Allen's like, now Norm, I understand you have a cat, and then
horrible.
That's exactly what it is. And then he said it was so funny though, because he's like, and then I do my cat bit, and then he turns to John Lovitz and goes, now John, I understand you're growing older. So that's Comics Unleashed.
Spontaneous.
Yeah, right.
And that's the thing is that any comic worth their salt, you do the show because you have to, but you're just like, thanks for asking about my cat.
Yeah, Christina, I understand you don't care for airplane food.
Right, the lead-ins were just like so bad. Like they didn't even set Byron up nicely. Like even it wasn't like a clean segue.
Yeah.
So that's why Comics Unleashed was just like everybody at one point did it. I never got to. I never did it, but I just remember.
Never got to, or
I never did it. I never got offered it.
You were spared.
Yeah, I was spared. But
Darren Carter, I understand you like your women like you like your.
Yeah, fucking terrible. It's like doing radio when they used to set you up to
God,
the
morning zoo cruise and all that.
Yeah, though I mean, then late night when you do late night, they still set you up that way.
Same thing.
A producer comes like, okay, what are you going to talk about? Like they're so deathly afraid that those 5 minutes you're on the couch are just going to be dead air.
Oh yeah,
it's like,
I always that was. I try to rewatch it once every couple years, but Larry Sanders Show. Did you ever watch that?
Hey now.
So hey now. Did the funniest thing Greg Fitzsimmons ever did? Oh my God. So we went to the Gary Shandling Memorial, and Judd was like hosting, and then he would bring up like everyone, and they would speak about Gary. A lot of it was very funny, some of it was very touching, and many were both. But I was sitting next to Greg Fitzsimmons, and Jeffrey Tambor, who played Hank Kingsley, his sidekick, he went up and said some beautiful things about Gary Shandling. And I turned to Greg. I was like, missed opportunity. He should have opened with, hey now. And then Greg, who makes everything infinitely funnier, he goes, no, what he should have done is gone, hey now. But seriously, hey now. Hey now. And I was died. It was the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Fitzsimmons. There's so many, like, I don't know. I'm just so glad to be a part of this society of misfits. Like, and nothing makes me happier to be in that green room and just see you and like just like watching Tony Hinchcliffe smoke and be like, yeah, so like basically, like he looks like Bugs Bunny. Did you know that? I was watching Bugs Bunny. Bring up Bugs Bunny. And I almost texted him that, but I didn't want to say it. I didn't want him to feel bad about himself. But like, look at his stance. Look how and Bugs' attitude.
That's amazing.
That's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Oh,
no?
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, replace the carrot with a microphone. Yeah. Oh, my God. Wow.
Yeah. Even his personality, because he's like rascally and he tricks people. Like,
like
he's cleverer than you.
Oh, my God. There he is hungover.
Yeah. There he is.
Yeah.
There's Tony.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're architects.
I never noticed that. What a fucking great.
Thank you. You
nailed it.
Nailed it.
I do. I light up when I see you when you're like, hey, I'm coming by tonight, I'm like,
The best.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Because no one gets, like, I don't know. We have a lot in common. We both grew up in the Valley.
That's
5
right.
minutes away from each other.
Which is bizarre.
That is bizarre.
And people don't understand it, the culture of the So the Valley he's talking about is the famous one. If you remember, like, what is it? Dweezil Zappa.
Yeah, Valley
Girl. Oh my God, for sure. Like,
oh my God, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Valley Girl.
That's where we're from, the San Fernando Valley. And the Valley's culture is no culture.
Yeah.
It's the absence of any real culture. It's literally strip malls, bowling alleys, a mall, pornography, and like immigrants who move there.
Yeah.
And just like, what the fuck, dude? Mort's Deli. Like, there's nothing there.
He just died.
No. Mort's dead?
I don't think his name was Jules.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm very
But yeah.
devastated. I'm going to buy that place because it's such a shit dump.
Mort's Deli and Bee's Bakery? Get
Right
the
next
fuck
door.
out of
But you see
here.
how we
Bee's Bakery was my childhood.
I know. Well, we cherish these really awful places. They're not like, I don't think objectively,
No.
they're terrible.
Yeah.
Like, but it's a not, there it is, Mort's. This is where I used to go. This is the one memory I have with my mom and dad together. When we first moved to the U.S., we went to Mort's Deli, and I was 4 years old. And I remember being like,
still remember.
wow.
Yeah, I would get matzo brie every time I went, and then we would go. It was the same thing.
Hold on. That's how you fucking say it? Matzo brie?
Matzo brie.
Bro, I've been saying it matzo brie in my head for 46 years.
Well, you're a fucking retard.
Yeah.
You're a Gentile
Dude.
fucking retard.
Bro, but it's spelled,
You fucking goy.
but it's spelled brie, like the cheese, no? B-R-I-E.
No, it's not brie. You're at a Jewish deli. It's not a French cafe. Matzo brie?
Matzo brie my whole life.
God, I love you.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah, Mort's Deli.
Can I tell you, the last time I was in Mort's, like, you can see the mold in the ceilings. And it's just despicable. It's so old. It's so
in
old.
Reseda. Resita's the worst.
I know, I grew up right around there. I grew up on Reseda and Ventura.
Wait. Reseda and Ventura.
No, so I lived, it's actually a street called Collins Street. It's
Yeah, I know
by
Collins.
the 101 entrance right there.
by
Reseda,
Ross?
Ventura. No.
Oh, Reseda,
No, I know what you're
Ventura.
talking about. Your dad's down there in Ventura. See, I have like pigeon knowledge of the valley. No, so it's a street called Collins Street. And it's
Okay.
Brody and I grew up in the same apartment complex, just
Right.
at different times. And the Peanuts, the Snoopy Bridge.
Yeah,
That's
on
where
Wilbur.
I lived. On
Someone painted over the Snoopy. They put I like MF Doom, but
Yeah.
but don't fuck with the Snoopy
Yeah.
Bridge.
Sacred.
That's my life.
Yeah.
I used to be. I think I told you. I used to
There
be
it
best friends with Rick Dees' son,
Kevin Dees. I went to first grade with Kevin Dees.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kevin Dees. So we went, and one day I think Rick Dees had like the key to the city or something. And so one day, my friend always gives me shit about it. I was like, it was the best day of my life. We were like 8 years old. Rick Dees took me and his son for Slurpees, and then we went up to the Snoopy Bridge. It was at like 8 o'clock at night. He had a key, and we walked up to the Snoopy Bridge.
I mean, that's like Valley royalty.
Yeah, no shit.
So for those of you who don't know, Rick Dees was a very famous radio guy on Kiss FM.
Yeah.
And he sang Disco Duck.
He sure fucking did.
And then, oh, you live next door to Rick Dees?
He had the best candy on Halloween.
Oh my God. Wait, the
King
best
si-
candy?
King size everything.
Oh, that's
forget about
that's
it.
that has really bad connotation.
What?
Rick Dees would give you candy, huh?
Where
Oh,
did
no,
you?
no, no, on Halloween.
No,
I
no,
promised
no.
him
Oh, right.
Halloween.
On Wells Drive?
I'm not just walking about.
Wait, the one on when he lived on Wells Drive?
in Toluca Lake.
Damn, that's good real
okay,
estate.
moved.
You know what's so funny is like, you know exactly someone's socioeconomic and their whole world based on what streets they grew up on. When you say
Yeah.
Wells Drive, I'm like, yo, that's money. Because
Yeah.
that's where fucking Michael Jackson, didn't Michael Jackson have a house on Wells?
Yeah, but in
By
Encino,
Coco's.
yeah, like near Haven. Or, yeah, exactly.
Wait, no, it wasn't
But
Wells Drive then.
no, I think it's just south of Ventura and
Yeah.
north of Ventura.
Yeah. Oh,
Worlds
that was a
apart.
huge difference.
Huge difference, unless you go up to like Chatsworth or something like that.
It doesn't count. That's
I agree. That's close. That's like Simi Valley shit, dude. Fuck that. What are you fucking peasants?
I agree. Can you even say you live in the valley if you live in fucking Chatsworth?
No.
It's a different world.
Yeah, probably.
The valley is like Tarzana, Encino, and then Studio City,
Sure,
Chatham
Sherman
Oaks, and then it ends
Northridge.
Mad respect for the earthquake in
Yes.
94.
Yes.
Yeah, dog, yeah.
And Northridge Mall. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Where was Malibu Grand Prix? Oh, people aren't going to want to hear any of this shit.
Malibu?
Huh?
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't in Malibu. I think it was in Northridge.
All right, let's stop talking about this.
Yeah, fuck the valley.
You know what we should do? Let's do some follow-ups. I have really hot topics on this show.
Hot topics. Sorry. That was from
was from
Alan
Heather's.
Partridge. No, it was Steve Coogan. That's okay.
All right. This episode is sponsored by Sundays for Dogs. Sundays is air-dried dog food made from just a short list of human-grade ingredients. It contains 90% meat, 10% vegetables, and 0% synthetic nutrients. Besides USDA beef and all-natural chicken, you'll find digestive aids like pumpkin and ginger, plus disease-fighting antioxidants. Dog parents report noticeable health improvements in their pups, including softer fur, fresher breath, better poops, and more energy. Let me tell you, there's no better way to keep your pet friend around longer. You've got to use this dog food. Why feed them crap when you can feed them Sundays? Every order ships right to your door, so you'll never worry about running out of dog food again. We worked out a special deal for our dog-loving listeners. Get 35% off your first order of Sundays. Go to sundaysfordogs.com/WMMA or use code WMMA at checkout. That's sundaysfordogs.com/WMMA. Upgrade your pup to Sundays and feel good about the food you feed your dog. Let's do some, what's that? Oh yeah, put your cans.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Hi, Christina. This is Callie from Boston Massive Huge Tits. You guys were talking about pronouns and like doctors with pronouns, and that reminded me that a client came in to my clinic the other day. I work as a veterinary technician, which is like an animal nurse, and I had a client come in the other day and seriously tell me, they were not joking, seriously tell me that their dog goes by they, them pronoun. Just, I guess, something I wanted you to know, that exists. It happened. It's serious. And now that dog, it was a doodle because of course it was. That dog
gay shit.
has a note in his file in big capital letters that their pronouns are they, them.
This isn't real.
Piss on me, beat me.
No, piss on me, beat me.
I get it. Massive peach tits.
Oh, it's Boston Massive Huge Tits.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, we have different names for every city.
I love that.
New York City is Judork Titties. Seattle is Meat Rattle. What are some other ones?
Meat Rattle.
Indian apple tits.
Oh, Indian Apple Tits.
Oh, these are great.
Yeah.
I could do this all day. Wow. Is that, do you think that's real?
Adam, you're so funny.
Shut up. No, seriously, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up with your
Shut
pronouns.
the fuck up. No, is that real, do you think? People are out of their fucking minds.
I know, and I try so hard to really understand them. Like, I met this guy in Milk Donkey, Wisconsin.
Fucking nice.
Yeah. And
like, why haven't we just been doing this all the time? Like the whole time. This is the best.
Yeah, it's so much fun. So I met this kid backstage in Milk Donkey, and oh no. First he goes, it's a guy, and he's like, my partner and I go, oh, you're gay? And he's like, no, my fiance is a woman. And I go, but you just called her a partner. And he's like, no, that's how we're progressive. And I was like, that sounds gay as shit. And then he's like, and then I go, do you have pronouns? And he's like, yeah, I'm he, they. And I was like, okay, explain this. Yeah, I'm like, explain to me. It's different. And like, it's not talking about your sexuality. You're not talking about your actual gender. I use it, your gender expression you feel. He's like, you can be whatever you want. You can be whatever gender you want. And I was like, that's so crazy. Like, I still don't.
I can't.
I don't understand.
I stopped trying.
I stopped trying to.
I can't.
But you know what my favorite thing is to do now to those kids is to completely disregard their stupidity and just be like, oh yeah, that's fucking retarded. What do you think of that? Deal with it. Deal with those feelings, you fuck. How's that? Is it hurt? Oh, did you survive? You did, you fucking asshole. So get on with it. You survived. Because we grew up in such a harsh generation.
Yeah, but thank God.
Yeah, because because we have a very Gen Xers are very live and let live. Like,
Yes.
do I want to hurt that guy?
No.
I don't. Go be.
Yeah, do your thing.
Whatever you fuck, but don't tell me what the fuck to think.
Exactly.
And say. I think that's our whole thing. Older people, we're like,
That's fucking ridiculous.
yeah.
Wow, milk donkey. That's such a good one.
You like
for
that?
Milwaukee?
Wisconsin.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Milwaukee. This is the last Norm story I'll tell, but it's such a good one. Yeah. All right, so Milwaukee made me think. You remember Bob Uecker from Mr. Belvedere and Major League.
He wasn't an elf, was he?
No, he was Mr. Belvedere. But he was a baseball player for many years, and he calls all the games for the Milwaukee
he's the dad,
Brewers.
Mr. Belvedere.
Yeah, and he was in Major League. But he had the funniest story. Yeah, there he is.
He's dead for sure.
No.
What?
He outlived Norm. He still calls Milwaukee Brewers games. He's a legend.
This guy's alive?
Yeah. He also did stand-up comedy for a while and was on Carson and stuff. But funniest guy maybe one of the funniest guys I ever met. And he cursed like a sailor. But Norm, he told me, we went to go meet him when he called the Milwaukee Brewers games when I lived in Arizona for the spring training. But he told the funniest story about these pranks he would pull, like when he was on the Brewers in like the 70s. And he's like, but he called them bags. He's like, yeah, we used to pull fucking bags on people all the time. He talks like this. And he's like, yeah, one day the Dodgers came through and we're like, hey, let's pull a fucking bag on old Don Drysdale, who's like the pitcher for the Dodgers. And he's like, yeah, Don Drysdale, he had a different whore in every city, but his fucking primo whore was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where we play, Milwaukee. And he's like, and he didn't know this, but we're friends with the fucking chief of police over in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So Drysdale comes down and he's in this hotel room with his fucking primo whore. He's like, and we pay her off and pretend like she's dead. And then we have the chief of police come down with a couple of fucking cops and bang down his door. And fucking old Drysdale thinks he kills his primo whore. So they pull him out into the fucking hotel hallway in his fucking birthday suit. He's naked as a baby, crying like a little bitch. And they cuff him. And I walk by and he's naked and handcuffed, thinks his fucking life's over. And I say, hey, Drysdale, the bag's on you. Anyway, I go down to the hotel lobby, have a couple drinks in the bar there. 20 minutes later, Drysdale comes down. The fucker's still mad. I said, relax, it's a bag. 20 minutes. You expected him to get over it.
Yeah, after he thinks he just killed his favorite whore.
And now you can't say they, them, and someone's going to cry about it. It's like, I'm sure they had a couple drinks and fucking got over it.
Forget about it.
God damn.
That's amazing. God damn, dude. What a time.
What a time. What's the next hot topic?
Hot topic. But that's the thing is like, that behavior doesn't stop. It's not like there's not a million Drysdales that are still fucking hookers in every city. It's just that now we pretend like people don't do things like that because we're offended. It's like, no. Guys are fucking hookers every night, every week. It's still, all the awfulness of the world exists.
Yeah, of course.
You're just renaming it. We're like remarketing it.
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
brilliant.
dumb.
That's so true.
Yeah. It's so dumb.
It's so ridiculous. Everybody's out of their fucking
I hate everything.
minds.
I hate everything. Let's do another follow-up. I really got to get through these hot topics.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hot topics.
Hi, Mommy. This is Kat in Austin, if you'll remember the dum-dum who doesn't know how cold water works.
Oh.
I'm watching your Rob Eiler episode, and he mentioned what you can do to get blood out of sheets.
Yep.
Well,
Hot
I'm going to
topic.
tell you right now, it works for period panties.
Okay.
It works for literally everything, especially if you can catch it while the blood is fresh. You want to just dump straight hydrogen peroxide all over the stain. It'll dissolve it super quick. Full
And that's
disclosure,
one to grow
this
on.
Will be quite obvious in the event you commit a crime and use this to clean up. They will be able to test for the hydrogen peroxide.
Okay.
So So yeah, don't try and use this technique on crime scenes or anything. But
Okay,
you know.
thank
Good to
you.
know.
Good to
Yeah,
know.
Good to know. The more you know.
Those were the absolute best.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
remember the deaf woman that taught
Oh,
you?
from Facts of Life? Oh. Oh no, she had cerebral palsy or something. I think. Jerry, right? Wasn't that her name, Jerry?
Joey.
Hey, I'm Joey. All right, sorry, but she was the best. She was the best.
Because the 80s were like inclusive that way, where they would
Yeah.
actually hire people
Yeah.
with disabilities.
And Jerry was great.
She was
There
great.
She
She was
is.
stand-up comic.
Look at
Yeah.
her.
She was like, people
Yeah.
talk about me being shaky. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't have cerebral palsy. I'm drunk.
she was funny.
She was
Oh, I
great.
missed that.
No, it was this thing that was like an interstitial, whatever they call it, and it would play on like Saturday morning or cartoons, and it was called
One to grow on.
No, that it was one of those lanes, but it was called "It's a Good Sign," and it was the deaf lady, and she would be like, "Spoon,
Oh my God!
Spoon.
Memory unlocked.
I love you with a spoon."
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Don't make fun of me. I'm deaf. Yeah, there she is.
Oh my God! That's
so
right.
it's a good sign. And they would teach you sign language from the deaf
Yeah,
lady.
that was the best.
Can
God,
we-
yeah, you would learn shit.
Yeah. And you also, oddly enough, like you get to see deaf people on television. And
Yeah.
it wasn't like, I don't know, like now that we're even more open with all this stuff, I still don't fucking see deaf people on TV or people with cerebral
Yeah, that's
palsy.
true.
Like they don't actually cast them. They just talk about them.
Yeah,
like their
that's
lives
so
are better.
true.
Like, no, it's not.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't, I feel like we talk more about these people, but they're not actually integrated into society.
Yeah, the more that they do stuff like this, it's like I feel like it's a huge disservice to like it creates more separation and it's like they can't. It's like all these people that are trying to speak up for those without voices. It's like only fucking monsters are going to be like, you're a fucking dumb retard.
Yeah.
Like who the fuck? Like there's probably I don't think that the majority of the population is doing that.
No, there's this, what was it? Somebody, I don't know who said this, forgive me. He's like, you don't call actually retarded people retards.
Right.
You call your friends retards.
Exactly.
It's like
I think that's
some meme
Joe.
or something. Oh, is that Joe?
I think that's Joe. Yeah. He's
I would
like,
never
I don't.
say it,
Yeah.
but-
He has that great joke where he says something like, he's like, I'm not gonna call a gay person affected.
Yeah.
It's for when you wish your friend a happy birthday. It's such a funny joke. It's so fucking true though. It's like, of course I'm not going to. Yeah, you don't use the derogatory words against the member of
No.
that. Yeah.
And
group.
remember the Retarded People of America? It was like
No.
an organization. Google Retarded People of America. Retarded. And it was like
QAnon? Oh.
no, it was like an organization that placed them in society. The Retarded People of America organization. It was like, I forget what, maybe it wasn't called that.
Oh,
but
would they like get them jobs? and
yeah.
stuff? Oh.
It was, well, they wouldn't
Yeah,
have
I feel
it
like
that
it's
now.
not called that.
Wait a minute. It's off. They wouldn't call it that now.
I'm just typing in what you're asking me.
The Retarded People of America.
But I've
Yeah.
seen a lot. There's a lot of
There was
like I see a lot of
commercials.
vintage shirt. It's something like walking for retards. It's like, but it was a real thing in like the late 70s or early 80s. That was the name of the It was like
Yes.
they were trying to help people,
Yes.
but it's called, walking for retards. And it's like it's almost like, remember Dorf on Fish? It's like one of those like taxes for dummies. It's like, I don't know how to walk. Well, go by walking for retards. But obviously it was like a
my
marathon when and the
Yeah.
money benefited
Yeah.
mentally
challenged people. Yeah, there was no stigma around that word.
No.
It was
It's just
like,
words.
I know, it's so silly. Yeah, okay, the Association for Retarded Citizens becomes the ARC. So
The
they just
ARC.
renamed it the ARC.
The arc.
Yeah, like, no, what, like animals, you mean? When he took them 2 by 2? Like, that's even more insulting.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, now it's the ARC. Stupids. I still don't see enough of them in society. Like,
That's so funny. Joe Rogan has he used to do a bit on that, the arc,
Oh, yeah?
about how not retards, but mentally like how only a mentally challenged person, they wouldn't even believe the idea of Noah's Ark. Like, oh no, are you saying that God killed Noah and he took one of every animal on a boat And it's like, it was, again, a really funny bit. But that's funny. They called it the arc.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Connection.
The arc.
I
Yeah.
miss Brody.
Yeah. Me too. We have so many dead friends in common.
So many dead friends. My trunk is still filled with his shit.
With Brody's? Yo, you got to unload it. I'll help you.
All right. It's not filled. I got a lot of it out. But yeah.
Ugh.
So I had to go clean his fucking apartment out.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. I hate when
No more
comedians
dead
say.
people.
No.
What's the next
Hot topic. Okay, do you want to do Pazsitsky Effects? These are so fun.
Absolutely.
This is like it's like matzo brie.
Got it.
Okay.
Oh, Berenstein Bears.
I'm sorry?
Berenstain. Is that what you're saying? Like
Oh my
the
God.
Mandela effect?
Nadav knows that one too. Berenstein Bears?
Yeah, it's like Bearstein or Berenstein. It's one of
When you figure out
the one that
it's
you think that it is the other one.
Right.
so dumb.
That's what you mean, right? The Mandela effect?
Yeah, but like, why wouldn't they make the name the easier one so that dumb shits like us don't? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't make it hard.
Yeah.
Don't make it hard for me. It's like,
Hey, don't make it hard for me,
hey,
fool.
fool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got limited bandwidth, homie. Okay,
No, I get it, fucker.
fool. All right, let's do a Pazsitsky effect. I love these motherfuckers.
Hi, Molly. I have a Pazsitsky effect that just happened to me recently. I walk and run outside every day, and I wear glasses on the regular, and my glasses get so steamed up that I take them off. So essentially, I'm running and walking blind.
Oh.
And I just lived like this for many years. And then a friend of mine asked me, why don't you just get contacts? And it blew my mind that I could put contacts in and go walking and go running. So that's what I did. The optometrist. I got
You get it.
contacts, and now I walk and run, and I can see the world around me, and it's amazing. And I never would have done for several years. I've been walking and running on the regular for 10 years, and I just realized this. Anyways,
Isn't it
love you.
amazing?
Bye.
No.
It's
Is that
amazing.
real?
Yeah. But you've never had those moments where you're like, oh, yeah, I can just get contacts and then I don't have to be. No, there are.
Oh,
you
I'm
just
sure
haven't.
there are. I
You just,
haven't-
okay, I'll give you an example.
Okay.
Okay, one of the first few was multiple phone chargers. Like Tom and I, at one point in our marriage, shared one phone charger. And I was like, oh my God, dude, you buy like two. You buy like five.
No, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No, wait, hold on. Give me another example.
Okay. And then just unconsciously for like 44 years, I would just get out of the shower and I wouldn't dry myself off completely because it felt like a nuisance. It was like too time consuming.
Yeah, it
and
is.
then I would go put my pants on and then be like, God, fucking what is wrong? These pants are just so wet. And I would chastise myself for having wet legs as opposed to drying myself off. I still do it, and I still do the behavior.
That one's closer. Sure,
Yeah.
I can understand that one a little bit.
And but you do them unconsciously.
Yes. I'm
so there's
constantly beating
gotta be
myself up.
stuff.
Yeah.
You're just not even. And then once you see it, you're like, oh my God, dude, I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I say that's my mantra. It is. It's my mantra from Boogie Nights when Scotty's in there. Oh, fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Oh, fucking idiot.
That's the best
Fucking
part.
idiot. Fucking idiot. But that's like and everyone's like, you need a new mantra. But it's been my mantra for like 10 years. I can't stop saying it to myself all
He
the
was
time.
the best. That
I
guy's
know.
dead too.
Oh, he's dead too.
Nah, what was his name?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yes.
Scotty.
Heron. He was on the Heron.
What's heroin? Oh, heroin.
Heroin. You're just not saying it right.
I know. Matzo brie.
Matzo brie. Yeah.
What if I'm saying it wrong? No, I'm not.
Is he?
No, Adam's right.
Yeah. I'm Jewish as fuck.
Matzo brie?
Yeah, it's brie.
What's your favorite Jew food?
Matzo brie.
That's your faves?
I think so.
It's just like the crackers, no?
Yeah, but it's like an omelet and shit.
Tell me about it.
they
I
scramble
never
it.
had it.
Dude, you put the fucking matzah. Oh, I can't do it.
Yeah, homie, you can do it.
Dude,
Hey, Google it, fucker.
Dude,
Google
hey,
it.
Google that shit, fool. Dude, you take the matzah and you put it under the fucking sink and get it all wet and shit.
Right?
And then you break it up, right?
Yeah.
And then you put that shit in the fucking frying pan, right?
See?
Dude, you're not listening, Cardinal.
I am.
No, hey, claro. Simone, you put it
Yeah.
in the frying pan and you fucking grill that shit up a little, right?
Okay, let's see.
Like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you fucking scramble the eggs and you put it on top. And then you
Ooh.
mix that shit all up and it tastes so good.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah, and then
dude.
I put like strawberry jam on the side. Some people do
That's
applesauce.
gay as fuck.
I'm pretty gay.
It sounds like huevos rancheros, but this is the Jewish huevos rancheros.
No, you're
Yes.
just saying words and shit.
No, huevos rancheros is nacho chips. Chips with the same shit with eggs and chorizo.
Oh, you're thinking of chilaquiles.
Chilaquiles. Sorry, you're
Damn,
right. Chilaquiles.
fool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're kind of right about that.
Same shit, different toilet, homie. Just different flavors. Yeah, that's what it is. Chips. They're matzo brie with some egg and some shit on there.
Whoa, you're blowing my mind.
Yeah, chilaquiles.
Chilaquiles.
They're great.
Jewish chilaquiles.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Chilaquiles.
But it's softer.
Your name is not good, though.
Chilaquiles.
The name's no good.
Huh?
Matzo brie. It just, all I think is the dry cracker. I just imagine
Well, it's fucking Hebrew.
just a dry pussy cracker. Like, a dry, like chicken breast.
Dry pussy cracker.
Yeah, like chicken breast to me, I just think of like a dry pussy. Like dry.
Yeah, I think chicken breast is usually very dry. It's not that super appealing to me.
It's the worst. So
You're
that's
not
your
wrong.
matzo brie is your jam. That's your favorite.
I literally eat
Yeah.
it with jam, and it's
Yeah.
the best.
You know what
Because
I
I was
like?
raised on it.
No, that's fine. I don't judge.
Yeah.
I like Israeli pickles, like the kind that you get in the
Oh, in the deli.
in the tin, like from Israel. And I used to live next door to an Israeli deli next to the warehouse. Remember the warehouse and the Time to Buy liquor store on Newcastle and Ventura Boulevard?
Oh
The
yeah.
Time to Buy, I lived
and
right
Warehouse
by there.
Records.
Yeah, and
on Lindley maybe.
Yep, that's where I lived, and I would get a can of these the fresh challah, whatever.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fucking great. Wait a minute. Is that right near the Tarzana Armenian deli? The Armenian deli?
Oh yeah.
They
Maybe
had
that's
good
what-
turkey sandwiches
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
God damn.
I like that. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
do you like any of your people's food, Nadav? Any Jew foods? Matzah sucks so bad.
Matzah,
Pastrami sandwich?
Dude, I fucking hate J food. Like,
Wow.
delis, I
I hate J people. I love the food though.
fucking hate delis.
Yeah. No, we have
He hates J's too.
No, now that I'm dealing with all the fucking agents, I'm like, oh, I can see what people are talking
The
about.
J's.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm like, now, that's why everyone hates us. Right.
Right.
Oh, we are money devils. Oh, right.
But didn't the Jewish
Every week
mafia,
they're like, where's our gold? Our client performed there. You didn't give us all of our gold. It's like, I'm not fucking stealing from you. Yeah,
Now,
we're
because-
down a few shekels.
now because you're of their tribe,
Yes.
can you call them out on their quote Jewiness in the moment? Can you be like, "God, you're such fucking
Yeah, but I have no
Nebbish.
like, because I'm of that genre where it's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's all
Yeah.
all this Twitter, like, I just think it's bullshit.
yeah, of course it is.
It's just words.
It's lip
you know?
service to nothing.
Yeah,
They never
exactly.
actually change anything.
No.
They never do. And we've been through this. We went through political correctness in the 90s. Remember when we renamed everybody? You're not black, you're
right.
African American.
Oh, right.
The hyphenate. Yeah, we did this shit, dude.
And then, yeah, in
doesn't
10
work.
years, those words are going to be considered fucking, you know what I mean?
It's just- it's repackaging.
Yes!
I know.
Stop rebranding. reissue, repackage.
Oh, Morrison.
Yeah.
World tour, media whore.
Yes!
The press in Belgium.
Yes.
I know. We could play this all day.
And a tacky bag.
Adam and I like the same music no one likes. Okay, let's do another Pazsitsky Effect.
Yeah.
These are so fun. I guarantee you're going to think of one when you leave here and you'll be like, this is the dumbest thing I do. Just keep it in mind. And once you start looking.
I'm sure I was fucking with you earlier. I'm sure I have 100 of these, and I just can't think of an example because I'm an idiot.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
is. If they want to be. If you want to be, you can be anything you want.
Yeah, it's true. I identify as a fucking idiot.
Identify. Okay, let's read it out.
Hey, mommies, this is Austin. I have a good Pazsitsky effect that I've been doing for over 8 years now, and that is, I just do not fill my gas tank up. ever. I constantly keep putting $10 in it, and my gas light comes on, and I'm just like, oh, fuck, I'm going to run out of gas. Get to the gas station and put $10 in it. And, yep, that's great. Never learned. So, piss on me, beat me.
Yeah.
Piss on me, beat me. I love that. I think there's probably different reasons. Either maybe you don't have a lot of money. Yes, Christina.
I know what it is. Okay, it could be that you're poor, because I've been poor and I've done that.
It's time consuming.
Oh, it's just a disaster. Now, a lot of people do these types of things, like they'll pay the bills past due or whatever, to create a sense of aliveness. It's like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're creating drama in your life here, so that I don't actually have to face like my alcoholism, my drug addiction, my relationship problem. Yeah, like you create drama where there doesn't fucking need to be. Like, you know that it's stupid to just do 10. He knows it's bad. Yeah. And then it's like his way of acting out and punishing himself.
You you opened my eyes to that a while ago.
Oh, creating bullshit?
Yeah, I do that shit all the time.
Creating bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah.
God damn, you're absolutely right. That's
it's just
what
called
it is.
Therapy, 13, 15 years.
I've been in therapy since I was 6, I
really?
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything.
Well, I know. You think so?
I don't know. No, because how can you tell? Because it's like, what if I hadn't been? Maybe I'd be a total fucking mess.
Really messed up. No, you've gotten different since I've known you. And I want to say better, because I don't. Like, you've changed for the better since I've known you.
Oh, thanks.
No. Yeah, we've kind of like grown up together. I feel like you're matured.
Yeah, I've matured.
Yeah. Not really. Okay, let's hear another one. These are great.
Hi, Christina. So I just had a Pazsitsky effect. I'm cleaning the house, and I realized the bulk paper towel and the bulk toilet paper that I have downstairs, I can bring extra upstairs, so I don't have to always go back downstairs to get a roll of toilet paper or a paper towel.
Yeah.
It's genius. You can have extra right there, so you don't have to always go downstairs. And sometimes we go days without paper towels because we don't feel like going downstairs to get them.
Yeah.
When we can just bring up an extra one and leave it under the sink. Mind-blowing. Thanks.
I've lived in a 1-bedroom apartment for most of my life, so fuck you.
Upstairs.
For your stairs and her stairs. No, I don't have that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my toilet is right next to the sink and cabinet where the toilet paper goes.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't understand. But I can understand if I had a house, yeah.
Well, and I could blow her mind.
Oh.
You want me to fucking blow her mind up?
Please do.
Bitch, you know what you can do? Buy 2 bulk items, meaning 2 bulk things of toilet paper or whatever, and then put one bulk
downstairs.
upstairs and one downstairs.
Brilliant. Look
Boom.
at that.
And that way you won't even have to do the transference of anything, because I learned this finally.
See, I combined the gas problem with the toilet paper problem. And when I go to the grocery store, I only get 1 single roll of toilet paper. And I'm like, fuck, why didn't I get more? Why do I keep doing this?
And then you go back for just 1 roll.
Yeah.
Oh my God. God, your life is easy. So it's 1 bedroom. Like, so easy. Do you clean your own place?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is great. It's spacious. It's a nice 1-bedroom.
Yeah, but you don't need the
what do I
fallacy.
need?
The fallacy is truly that you need a bigger place. I mean, there's a certain minimum requirement for humans to be comfortable.
Yeah.
But the truth is, even now that I have a bigger house, we really only exist in the same room together at any given time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
You only live in like 1 or 2 rooms. You don't need more.
Yeah, I think you need more space if you're living with somebody, for sure.
Yeah. Like spouse
but if you're,
type.
I have a nice big 1-bedroom apartment. It's great. What else do I need?
That's so nice. You just walk around naked, and you can just be as dirty as you want.
I tend to not. I'm actually pretty clean.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I like to, because I feel like I'm a mess up here.
Sure.
So I want to make sure that this is okay. You know?
Yeah. I miss living alone. That's a great time.
Yeah.
So good. So easy.
It is great.
You just come home, like, you just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You have to talk.
No.
Just turn on TV.
Yeah.
You eat everything.
Yeah. That's
you're
the problem.
so good.
Yeah, it's not good.
No, yeah. I miss those times. I used to love smoking indoors. That was a huge thing.
The best.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I miss that.
Yeah.
Now I just chew Nicorette all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that working for you?
Yeah, it's really worked well for the last 7 years.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
You're supposed to get off of it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. But it keeps you like not smoking.
Yes.
Yeah. I was just going over the joys of smoking last night with my sister-in-law, and I was like, do you remember the panic you would feel when you would get down to like 2 cigarettes and it's 2 a.m. and you can't go buy anymore because that's when the shops closed in LA, and you're like, oh my God, dude, am I supposed to fucking like stupid panic? Or like when you were sick with a cold and you would still smoke.
Oh, constantly.
Push past like the hacking cough.
Crazy. That's fucking insane. Or those rare times when it was so cold outside and you're like,
Yeah, misery.
oh my God.
Or too hot, like in the valley in the summertime.
Yes, that was brutal
So
too.
gross.
Oh, in high school, I would smoke, cloves.
Oh yeah, I loved cloves. Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Jadam.
Yeah.
Jadam cloves.
Same.
Jadam Jun.
Jadam
How are you? Salam.
Yeah, I like Dajarum. That's how it's spelled phonetically. I always liked the smell of cloves. I could never finish a whole one because it was just too harsh. But I thought I was very cool when I smoked cloves.
God, I miss driving around when I worked at the pager store in Chatsworth, and I would chain smoke Jarums in my '95 Honda Civic, drive around town, and I would just pick up pagers from all the different pager shops. And we were the only one. We were like Santa's workshop, and our guy, what the fuck was his name? I don't know. But he would fix all the pagers, and everyone was Persian.
Yeah.
And one day I got really sick, and I was walking in collecting pagers, and one of the guys like, you are sick? And I was like, yes, I am sick. He's like, I have a friend that you tell him you're a friend of mine. Here, I give you his number. He's like, and he cut it off and handed it. He's like, you Armenian? And I was like, no. He's like, okay. He took it back.
He took it back?
Took it back. I'll never forget it. It was so good.
Oh my God.
All right, I'll see you next week. You Armenian?
But that's how Valley rolls.
Yes.
Because like growing up, my doctors were Hungarian, my dentist was Hungarian, the guy that fixes my car is Hungarian. You only deal with your culture.
Yep.
Yeah, very little crossover. And my dad would never do business with Persians. He owned a forklift business, and if he answered the phone and they were like, hello, do you have it? He's like, nope, and just fucking would hang up on them. I'm like, oh my God, dude. So racist.
My best friend in high school, Elliot, his dad was like hardcore Israeli tough guy, and he owned something. He's like, I don't even know how he made money. He had some shop in Vernon, and it was like a warehouse with socks and all kinds of bullshit. And he's like, and he was such a dick to everybody. He's like, what the fuck am I paying you for? And you fucking cocksucker. And he would just be such a dick. And he's like, the only time, even his kids, he's like, Joel, clean the fucking pool. Sorry. He's like, that pool is laughing at you. And he's like, anytime something he didn't think was clean properly, he would say it was the inanimate object was laughing at him.
Such a foreigner.
You call that clean? The pool is laughing at you. And so one day he said I'd come over, and one time I gained like 10 pounds in high school, and I came in one day, I hadn't seen him in a while. I was like, he opened the door, he's like, Adam, getting fat. And he slapped me right on the ass as I walked in, and then shut the door, and it was creaking, and then he mocked the door for creaking. He's like, stupid fucking door. And one day he's like, the only person he was nice to was Kelly from Walgreens. So Kelly from Walgreens, he's like, this is fucking bullshit. And he's like, hello. Oh, Kelly. Oh, how are you, Kelly? No, it's so good to hear from you. Oh, okay, take care. Bye-bye, Kelly. Bye-bye. Fuck you. Because he had to kiss her ass because she was from bigwig at Walgreens.
So full of rage.
Yes.
These immigrant cultures, same, yeah. So full of anger. Like, for what?
I don't know.
Inanimate objects and stuff. Yeah, you
Right.
fuck your daughter. Yeah, you're like, oh my God, dude. So much displaced rage.
I miss the Valley.
I do too. Israeli culture is real. I grew up around those fuckers too. Yeah.
It's real.
But you know what I do like? They were like, there was one bitch when I worked at the Starbucks on Ventura by the Man Theater. I forget what street that is.
Yolanda. Ventura and Yolanda.
Yes. I used to have a line when I was a barista, a line out the door. And then Dahlia, this Israeli bitch that worked in the boutique across, like I had mad respect. I liked Dahlia, so I made friends with her. And then she would, if the rush was there, she'd just put a 20 up on the window. And I'd be like, I got you, bitch. And I would make her drink in front of everybody. And then she would walk up, hand me the 20, and everyone would be like, hey. I'm like, fuck you. She pays me. You don't fucking pay me. Yeah. But they respect that shit, you know? Yeah, they're cool. Of course. They're funny, dude.
You know what? One of my core memories of the Valley, like the thing I associate with the Valley so much, are the those Euro posters. You know, Euros, and it's like a model holding a
Euro.
Yeah.
He called them Euro. I thought you meant like the currency. How do you say it?
Euros?
Euro.
Gyros?
All right.
Gyros?
Wow.
Yeah.
Gyros?
Like in the 90s, don't you remember?
Gyros.
They would always have the poster of like the pretty girl smiling, holding. Like, I feel like it doesn't matter. Like you'd be in a video store and that would be up.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Those things instantly give me diarrhea. Like if there's one
the poster or
just the poster, the smell
poster
of it,
alone,
because they'd make the gyro or whatever out of the rotating sweaty meat,
lamb,
and then they'd shave it down.
Yeah, delicious.
I'm gonna get diarrhea for that for sure. I'm gonna die. So gross.
I'm Jewish. Literally everything would give me.
Oh yeah.
Like I'll eat a rice cake and I'm like, oh.
You know what's interesting? Because my sister-in-law is a nurse, and she's like, it's true. Like different cultures are predisposed to different illnesses.
Totally.
You know. But you guys are just you're like inherently sickly. The Jews.
Yeah, we're fucking like pugs.
Like,
we're the fucking worst.
I have allergies. You have allergies and like
constantly. But I don't think I had allergies until I moved to Texas.
Yeah.
Because this fucking weather's racist. Texas cedar, that racist cedar bug flu. What is it? It's some
cedar fever.
Cedar fever? Yeah, that's like Zyklon B or whatever. That's all that is. I feel like the Germans created cedar fever and sometime around 1939. You know what I mean? If they catch my drift.
Man, I get it. I got it. Get it. Dang.
Yeah, Austin's like a fucking Krakow ghetto.
Yeah.
I can't stop blowing my nose. I didn't blow my nose this much when I was addicted to Coke.
My nose drips all day. And I'm
you
constantly
too.
like but I don't have allergies like you crybaby pussies, hachoo, and like all that. I just have a constant, I have my allergies. I can't breathe.
No, I just blow my nose constantly, but I don't think I did that in LA.
No, that's new to you here.
Yeah,
that's okay.
I got immune to it.
And then what else do Jews have? Do you have intestinal?
Yes.
Asshole. Oh yeah, because Ari has like piles or whatever.
Piles? I'm sorry, piles of what? Of cash? What do you mean piles?
Piles. Like his asshole, yeah?
You mean hemorrhoids?
Yeah, he's got it bad. He bleeds constantly.
What are piles?
I think that's another word for piles. Chad,
you've been doing these fake
Chad.
cities so long.
They're called piles, right?
I have no idea.
It's a euphemism. Google piles for hemorrhoids. Piles.
Gomer piles? Piles?
Oh, God, I don't watching him. Piles.
Also called piles. Wow.
I've never heard that before.
Every now and then Blondie knows something. Not a lot. Do you know what a Lenovo is?
Yeah, of course. They're fucking, our cheap GM got us all Lenovos. They fucking suck.
They suck.
They suck so bad. Like, I
Really?
can't even begin to tell you. I fucking hate this computer. It's a lot. Yeah, it's like I feel like we got the lowest grade one though. I don't know.
Hold on.
I use it just for work.
It's so describe. So it's just a PC.
Yeah, it's real
like,
heavy, by the way. Too. It's basically walking around with a fucking with like a home computer. It's so heavy. It's this giant bulky brick of a laptop. They're not going to sue me, are they? Okay. Lenovo.
So they're big, they're clunky, and they're just PCs. Yeah, like to send emails, like
pieces of shit.
PCs of shit.
No, what? Why do you ask?
Well, because
why do you keep asking people about? I've seen the clips.
Yeah. Because my kid's into coding, like computer coding, and I asked this nerd who like teaches the coding class. I'm like, oh, like what's a good nerd computer to get my kid to do coding on? And he gave me a list of these dorky computers, and one of them was Lenovo. I was like, dude, I haven't heard of this. Like, this must be like a space computer. Like, does NASA use this? Because I never heard of it before. And these fools are making fun of me because I was like, what's a Lenovo or something? And they're like, oh my God, you don't know what that is?
Well, to be fair, I don't think I would have known before I got this one. But are they supposed to be good? Am I wrong? Am I the idiot?
Are they supposed to be good?
Maybe
You're
they're
a tech guy.
for like maybe they're
Nerds?
for very proficient. They're probably like the Rolls Royce of laptops for people that know what the fuck they're doing. But when I'm like, I need to open email, I send message now. And then it's like,
we should just get you like remember word processors? Did you ever?
Yeah.
It's like a step in between a computer and a typewriter.
I need a speak and spell with Wi-Fi. That's all I need.
Dude, yeah. You know what was great was the fucking BlackBerry. Like that was okay.
The library?
The BlackBerry?
Oh, BlackBerry.
Yeah. Like why come they can't
never had one.
Why come they can't make a fucking a phone where like you type and it's tactile buttons?
Oh, right.
Because I'm so annoyed with like every fucking T and then my fat finger touches F or what S R and I'm like, now I'm gonna have to type this 5 times.
Oh, it's
bro.
so frustrating. I know. I do the same thing.
But then now you're gonna Google it and there's gonna be some fucking stupid attachment that I have to put on here, right?
See,
can I just get it? But then, should I get back into the BlackBerry? But are there apps?
No, is that it? Do they even exist?
Man,
you don't want a BlackBerry.
You don't want a BlackBerry.
No.
I was in the BlackBerry documentary is coming out soon. I want to see that. I guess. I never had a BlackBerry. I had the Verizon. Not Verizon. I had the Virgin Mobile just because that was the one where I was like, I want all the cool ringtones. Ooh. So I'd have like my Joy Division ringtone, and then I'd switch. I'm like, I'm sick of that one today. I'm gonna do Susie and the Banshee ringtone today, and then I would just switch up my ringtone. So fucking gay. Like, first of all, you never hear it because no one's fucking calling my dumbass. Who's fucking calling me? I was such a loser. And I'm like, so I would just like set the alarm in public sometimes. And it would sound like that someone was calling me. And I'd be like, oh. I'm
so popular.
Oh, and then I'd let it play out a little bit. So in case anyone was like, that guy's cool. He's listening to fucking whatever the fuck that is. They don't know who the fuck I'm.
No one cares.
They don't give
cares.
a shit.
Do you remember when you would record your answering machine outgoing
constantly?
I was so embarrassing because I would play my favorite song, like whatever stupid
Who
old
wouldn't?
song.
Like that's the way you were supposed to do it.
But my friends
But your
would be
favorite part of the song. And then you'd have to keep rewinding it and getting it right. And it was like a cassette player. So you'd have to like, fuck, I didn't get it right.
So embarrassing. Yeah. Hey, what's up? I'm here right now.
Now, here's what I would do. Would you do the music's playing at full volume? Then you turn the volume down and then say, hey, it's Adam. Not here right now. Leave a message, though, and I'll get back to you. And then you slowly bring the song back up, and you let it play out. That's what I would do.
That was my move, too.
Of course.
It's so embarrassing.
It was the move.
I know, but I'm so embarrassed because looking back now. And my friends would be like, I fucking wanted to leave you a voicemail, but I don't want to hear your stupid song.
Guess what? Now we're not friends anymore.
Yeah.
If you don't like that, I thought really long and hard about which song I was going to use.
You don't like Tones on Tail? You don't like to hear Bauhaus on my answering machine?
Unbelievable. But I remember in junior high when I was like 12 and or 13 and had my first answering machine.
Wow.
Then it was like I'd have it would be like hardcore. It would be like Ice-T or something.
Oh,
I'd be
wow.
like, I'm such a bad boy. I'm gonna make sure that I turn it up when he's saying fuck.
Whoa, yeah.
Well, my parents don't call.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's a bad boy.
You're so naughty. Yeah. Do you remember? Oh, okay. I gotta get here soon. Do you remember? This was like a cool flex in high school too. If you had a folder, like your primary binder or whatever,
like trapper keeper.
Yeah, like a trapper keeper. But then they made kinds that they had like the clear laminate. And then there's like a pouch, so you could put in like your cool postcards of your favorite bands. And I would like fully collage.
Oh yeah,
all my goth like.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So
On the outside of the folder.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So people knew like you're representing the Cure.
Exactly.
You're representing Bauhaus. You're representing Joy Division.
Totally.
Yeah.
That was awesome. No, of course I did that.
Yeah. Such a dork.
I remember trying to get cool, like when you'd have to cover your books. Sometimes they'd have like cool.
Yep.
What's
but
it
how do you even
called?
get those book covers?
Is that what it was called? It was just a book cover?
Yeah.
So dumb.
But like, why? Yeah, I don't remember them making cool ones when I was a kid. Like,
I think you'd have to get. I don't know.
You need to cut up a fucking grocery bag. Remember that stupid shit in public school? Like, you'd cover your books. Like, why don't you just buy new books? You fucking cheap pussies.
Yeah,
like, why do
I
I
don't
have
get
to
that.
cover
That
this?
was
in...
dumb.
That was dumb.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Covering the
dumb
books. But then defacing books was my favorite.
That was fun. It was a good pastime.
Yeah, I miss that.
Do they do that anymore? I don't even know.
No, my kids have iPads now at school. I know. The joys. Do you know that I tried reading Moby Dick this weekend? I was so bored. And I was like, I've never read Moby Dick.
Call me Ishmael. Call me fucking bored.
Well, I was like, this is the one thing I'm just curious. Anyway, I bought one on Amazon. The print is so fucking tiny. I can't even read it. And then I couldn't find one anywhere. And the airport, I don't know.
You couldn't find Moby Dick at the airport? That's
what I'm thinking.
I would think it would be one of. That wasn't my shit either. I just don't like that. I'm just not interested in in anything about Moby Dick.
So I wasn't either. And then I started to listen to the audiobook. And it's actually very antisocial. Like the beginning of the book, he's like, when I feel like killing other people, when I feel violence inside of me, I take to the ocean. And I was like, oh, I'm on board. This guy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's kind of rad.
I haven't read it since junior high. I'm going to read it.
Give it another look-see.
That's where Moby got his. He's related. That's his.
He's related to Moby Dick.
Herman Melville, the guy who wrote it.
Herman Munster, who wrote the book. Herman Munster. I love you, Adam.
I love you so much.
Will you come back and do the show again?
Yeah, for you. Literally anything for you.
I can't
yes.
wait. Okay.
But no, but any other people that see this and like, what Adam's doing hers, he said no to me. The four of you that I've said no to that have ever asked me to do a podcast.
But you and I have a special rapport. We like each
of course,
other.
You're my sister.
Yeah, we have good
for
times.
life.
We're gonna go see goth. We've seen goth bands together.
Yes.
We're gonna have good times.
I can't wait.
Thank you so much
Thanks
for
for
being
having
here. I'll see you at the Comedy Mothership pretty soon. And thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to this show. Blah blah blah. Until next time, stay cool, moms. Bye. Hi, Mommy. Thank you for watching that episode. Did you like what you see? I hope you did. So why don't you subscribe? Just click the subscribe button and, hit the notification bell so you can get notified. And also, why don't you watch another video? Watch one of these. You know what I'm saying? Like right here, down there, whatever. There's so much stuff, bro. I make these all the time for you to watch. That's why I'm here. I love you.